What's going on in the Atlanta real estate market? What's going on with home values? Where are the best schools? Cleve has all the answers for you. Call Cleve Atlanta Real Estate Show on Talk Radio 640 WGST. Now, here's Cleve Gaddis.
If you've just joined us, you're listening to the Call Cleve Atlanta Real Estate Show. We've got a question now from Charlie in Peachtree Corner. It says, we're buying a home. It was built before 1978. How do we have it tested for lead? And the answer to that question, there's a couple things that you can do. Number one, Charlie, you could probably to the tune of about $1,000 have an inspector come in with a Geiger counter and basically measure. I think they're measuring radioactive waves that come from the lead in the paint in the home. I'm not sure that's the right way for you to do it. You also could, as another option, get a kit from a hardware store. Now, I haven't seen them in Home Depot or Lowe's, but I have seen them in like Ace Hardware and the local hardware stores. But the bigger ones, you can get a lead test kit, and basically it'll have a little kit that'll have 3 or 4 swabs with a little chemical you put on it, and you go to, typically you're going to want to test in the areas where you have trim, the doors, the trim, the windows, things like that, and you're going to want to scratch or take and lightly sand the area, and then you're going to wipe your swab after you put a little of the chemical on it, and then stick it in a little test tube looking thing, and it's going to turn a certain color if lead is present. I wish I knew specifically. Those are not very expensive, $20 a piece, and a homeowner can do that test on their own. But one of the things that people don't think about, Alfie, is that when a home was built prior to 1978, it's not just that the paint could have lead in it, but the solder used on the copper pipes could also have lead in it because it wasn't outlawed at the time. And so my suggestion would be that you run some water, take a sample, and have the water tested as well. We've got a company that does that for us up in the Cumming area. It's Ampro Laboratories. They can be reached at 770-887-6011. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to feature Pembroke and Alpharetta in our Lowdown on the Hood segment. We're going to tell you a little bit more about lead paint, and I understand Alfie has a testimonial from a client.
Sure do.
Stick with us, and we'll be right back.
This is Call Cleve Atlanta Real Estate Show on Talk Radio 640 WGST.